Today's hearing, Mr. Chairman, is indeed timely and important. The war in Syria has been catastrophic for all the people of Syria and carries within it the seeds of genocide.
Father Fadi al-Hamsi is often at funerals these days. This one was different for his uncle, Ibrahim al-Hamsi, who fashioned gold ornaments and who was shot to death in his house in a Damascus suburb.
They killed him because he's Christian. They refused to have any Christian in Syria.
I returned only last night from Syria. During my visit, I spoke with Christians who were personally terrorized during the Arab Spring days of 2011 by mobs pouring out of Sunni mosques shouting "Alawites to the tomb, Christians to Beirut," and other genocidal slogans.
And with a fast rising death toll, more than 1,000 so far, 200,000 more have fled the country.
Witnesses provided accounts of murder, including ritual beheadings and religious cleansing of their neighborhoods, and the desecration of churches. Kidnappings, as we have heard, are on the increase, with Alawites and Christians as the principal victims.
This man, who wanted his identity concealed, supported the initial reform protests, until he says Sunni extremists in the opposition attacked his house simply because of his religion.
I
was out of the house when they attacked. They burnt tires outside my door, and my wife and children had to flee. They jumped over walls to escape.
One Christian church worker told me that 4 Alawite cousins of a friend were kidnapped and beheaded. A nun told me that she personally knows a Christian girl who was abducted by terrorists and is now mentally disturbed on account of the abuse.
We spoke to 3 families today, all of whom said they felt forced to leave. They didn't want us, one woman said, referring to the armed opposition. We had no choice but to go.
Such acts of terror are not senseless. They send a clear message to the religious minorities: leave the country now.
If the regime loses, aren't you afraid that many Christians will be killed, massacred, basically?
Yeah, it will be.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they don't want us here.
I was repeatedly asked by displaced Christians, why is America at war against us? Why is the United States destroying the infrastructure of our country? Why is Washington handing us over to Islamic extremists? We need to hear from our president and from all American statesmen, irrespective of party, who wish to escalate the war effort, about their ultimate war goals and their plan for preventing genocide and guaranteeing minority rights for the Syrian people. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.